a person invested 5,000 every year in a finance company that offered him interest at 10% per annum. He is investing 5,000 every year. That means it is his installment amount. Every year he is paying in the same amount. So that means it is the annuity amount. So what is the annuity amount? C, it is 5,000. This is what he is paying every year. Now, they haven't mentioned whether it is paid at the end of the period or whether it is paid at the start of the period. We'll assume it to be ordinary annuity or annuity immediate. Now here, it is compounded at 10% per annum. So R is 10% per annum. It is compounded. They haven't mentioned how many times, so we'll assume it to be yearly. And what is the amount accumulated after every year? So A is C upon I into 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. What is C here? 5,000. I is given by R upon 100 since it is not compounded more times. So it is 10 upon 100. So it is 0.01 or you can say it is 10 upon 100. This would be 1 plus 0.1 raised to n is how many years? 4 years. This is n, 4 years. In fact, I should say n is 4 years. So therefore, capital N is also 4 since it is compounded only once a year. And this minus 1. Now, this would give me what? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. What is 1.1 raised to 4 minus 1? Now 1.1, 11 square is 121. 121 into 121 is what? They should have given you the value. Yeah, they've given it as 4641 minus 1. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 0.4641. Now to ease of the calculation, I'll multiply and divide by 2. So I'll get 1 year upon 2. So this would be 4641. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 upon 2. So it is 23,205. Can someone verify the answer? Smriti?
Sir, it's correct.
Find the amount of an ordinary annuity, same as annuity immediate. If a payment of rupees 500 is made at the end of every quarter, 500 is paid at the end of every quarter. That means it is getting compounded quarterly. So first thing you have to write over here, it is getting compounded quarterly. Next, 500 is paid at the end of every quarter. So C, that is C, because that is the installment amount, 500 at the end of every quarter for 5 years. So N is 5 years at the rate of 12% per annum. R is 12% per annum and it is compounded quarterly. Now, what is A? Sorry, what is amount of ordinary annuity? So A has been asked, what is the amount of ordinary annuity? A would be, first of all, here it is compounded quarterly. So N would be small n, number of years into number of compoundings per annum. Quarterly means it is getting compounded 4 times a year. So therefore, 5 into 4, it is 20. N would be 20. Now here, I would be I would be R upon 100 into number of compoundings per annum. So it is number of compoundings per annum is 4. This would be 12 upon 100 into 4. So it would be 3 upon 100. A would be equal to C upon I into 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. Now, this is the formula for annuity immediate or uh, annuity ordinary or annuity immediate. Both are the same. Now, what is C here? It is 500. What is I here? 3. Here 100. This is 1.03. Raised to n is 20 minus 1. Now, what is 1.03 raised to 20? You'll have to do it on the calculator. Does anyone have a mobile phone? I believe many won't be having even a mobile phone. Smriti, can you do it yourself or is there someone else who can do the calculation? This figure should be given to you. They have missed it out. Can anyone tell me what would be the value? On the calculator, those who have a mobile phone worth more than 5,000 rupees, on their mobile phone it would be possible. Worth more than 5,000, it should be more than 5,000.
So I guess it is 1.806.
1.0, what is that?
1.806.
Yeah, 1.03, 1 sec. Yeah, it is 1.806 minus 1. So it is 0.806. What I'll do is I'll write this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upon 3 into 0.806. I'll 8061, I guess, right? So 80611. So it is 80611. They should be giving this value to you, otherwise we cannot find it. It is impossible to find this value unless you, otherwise you should have access to log table, but they haven't taught you even log table. Upon 3, 323s are 79, 16, 3 5s are 15, 11, 3 3s are 9, 2 1.
So you need to write 2 also, right? Down.
Yeah, we have to write 2 also. So this would be 11, 1 5, so 7, 1 3, so 6, 1 7, so 8.5. Is this the answer, Smriti?
No, sir.
What's the answer?
2267.60.
52?
2267.60.
Sir,
Yeah, see.
sir, for that C upon I, we did not multiply by 4. We just, no, sir, sorry, sir. Sir, I saw it's 12 upon.
Made at the end of every column. So that is also annuity immediate. What mistake have I made? I don't see any calculation mistake here.
So you're mute.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Audible now? Hear me, everyone? Everyone able to hear me?
Sir.
There is a lot of distortion.
There's a lot of disturbance.
What about this? Is it clear?
No, sir.
So,
We're not audible.
Am I not audible even now?
Now, yes, you are.
So there seems to be some mistake in this problem. I'm not sure what the mistake is. At least as far as this number is concerned, this is correct. And as far as the calculation is concerned, I don't think I've gone wrong anywhere. Maybe the answer they have given is wrong. Now 500 rupees paid.
I can't hear you. Also. I can't hear you.
Are you not able to hear me?
So now we can hear.
Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
So in between, sometimes there's disturbance.
Even now?
I'm not, no.
Or someone with a proper network tell me, because there are, I think Lamia always has a problem with the network. Someone with a proper network, let me know. I'm ending up wasting time here. Someone let me know whether
So
I'm
you are
clear.
audible now.
Question number 8. An annuity immediate. Yeah, here I was mentioning that we are paying 500 per installment into 4 times a year, so 2000 into 5 years, so 12,000. So, 2000 into 5, so 10,000 we have paid, and based on the interest that we are getting, we'll get total 13,435. What is the answer, Smriti, you said?
So 2267.60.
That is not possible. That is not possible at all. Here, question 8. An annuity immediate. So I wrote here immediate is to be paid for some years at the rate of 12% per annum. R is 12% per annum. Present value. So P is 10,000. Accumulated value is 20,000. Find the amount of each installment. Accumulated value is 20,000. What is C? Now I'll say I would be R upon 100. So it is 12 upon 100. And we know that there is a relation. So 1 upon 10,000 minus 1 upon 20,000 is equal to I, that is 12 upon 100 into C. Now this would be 2 minus 1 upon 20,000 is equal to 12 upon 100 C. This would be 1 upon this and this cancelled. When I take 200 to the other side, I get 2400. Is that the answer?
Yes, sir.
Once I finish the portion, I'll take even log calculations for those children who are interested. Sets up a sinking fund in order to have 1 lakh rupee after 10 years. So he needs to have 1 lakh rupee after 10 years. So these are sinking funds are usually created by societies or establishments or financial institutions who want to create a surplus after some year. Now, in order to have rupees 1 lakh after 10 years, so amount accumulated after 10 years equal to rupees 1 lakh. N is 10 years. What amount should be deposited biannually? Biannually, that means twice a year. Now, that A equal to C upon I into 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. What is A here? It is 1 lakh. C upon I, 5 upon 100. This is 1.05 raised to n is 10 minus 1. So 5 upon 100, it goes up here, 1 lakh is equal to C into 100 upon 5, 1.05 raised to 10. Again on the calculator.
So it is given there.
Where is it given?
1.025.
Oh my God, I made a mistake. It should have been 5 upon 100 into 2 because it is biannually. So I would be equal to 5 upon 100 into 2 times a year. And capital N would be 20, 10 into 2. So this would be capital N, this is 20, and this is 1.025 raised to 20. So this would be 2. I can say 2.5 upon 100, or rather I'll say 200 upon 5, and here I'll say 1.025 raised to 20 is 1.675 minus 1. This and this gets cancelled. 2 and this would be 500, 2500 equal to C. This is 0.675. So when I take it down here, this would be C equal to 2500 upon 0.675, or I'll say 2500 into 1000 upon 675. Now 25 2s are 50, 175, 7s are 25, 40s are. So this would be 103 zeros, and upon 27. 27 3s are 81, 190. 27 7s are 189, 10. 27 27 3s are 81, 2500 into 40 is 25400, 3 zeros. 27 3s are 81, 190. 27 7s are 189, 10, 100. 27 3s are 81. Then this would be 3703 point. It would keep recurring 190. So 7. Is it 3703.7?
Yes, sir.
Tenth one. A company decides to set aside a certain sum at the end of each year to create a sinking fund. Now, at the end of each year, underline that, and therefore it is annuity immediate, end of each year. Now, which should amount to rupees 4 lakh. So A should be 4 lakh. And rate should be 10% per annum. Find the amount to be set aside. That means C is what? Now, at the end of each year to create, which should amount to in 4 years. N is 4 years. Now, since it is compounded annually, now how do we decide it is compounded annually? Because they haven't mentioned how many times it is compounded. Moreover, if you observe here, they have given it for 4 years without mentioning that it has to be compounded yearly, half yearly, or some term like that. So they haven't mentioned it. N is 4 years. That means capital N is also 4. Now compounded annually would mean C A equal to C upon I into 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Now A is 4 lakh. C is not given. I is 10%. So 10 upon 100. 1 plus, this would be 1.1 raised to N is 4 minus 1. They should have ideally given you the value of 1.1 raised to 4, but it is given in the earlier sum. So we'll consider that it would be 4 zeros equal to C into 1.4641 minus 1. They would be giving you this value. Now 40,000 upon 0.4641. I'll take 4641 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Now we had done this calculation earlier with 5 lakh as well as 4641. Can someone tell me what is the amount on the calculator?
86188.32.
86188.
32.
Smriti, can you verify the answer?
Sir, it's correct.
Even otherwise, 86,000 roughly into 4 years, so 4 times. Come to activity question number 3. C is 20,000. N is 3. I is 0.1. So they have asked you what is P. Now P would be C upon I into 1 minus, they have considered this formula, 1 plus I raised to minus N. Now they have given you I directly. So C, that is 20,000 upon I, that is 0.1. So I'll take 1 upon 10 here, 1 minus, this would be 1.1 raised to minus N would be minus of 3. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 1 minus, this is value is given as 0.7513. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this would be 0.9 minus 7 is 2, 9 minus 5 is 4, 10 minus 3 is 7. Now this would be 7 2s are 14, 1 carry over. 8 2s are 16, 1 17, 1 carry over, 2 4 8 1 9, 1 2 2 4, and then your 4 zeros and one more zero, so 49,740. This is the present worth. Smriti, can you confirm whether it is correct or not?
Sir, activity answers are not given behind.
Okay. I believe it should be right. 20,000 into 3 is 60,000. Here, if you are paying it now, it would be worth this much. Fourth one. A is rupees 10 lakh and N is 20 years. R is 5%. A is, they have given the formula also. And they have asked you to find I is what? Now it is semi-annually. Since it is semi-annually, compounded twice. Therefore, I equal to R upon 100 into 2. So it is 2.5 upon 100. Then N would be 20 into 2. So it is 40 years. 40. Now this would be amount is 10 lakh. C is not given. I is 2.5 upon 100 or 25,000. 25 upon 1000. This would be 1.025 raised to N is 40 minus 1. 3 zeros get cancelled. This is 25,000 equal to C into 1.025 raised to 40. Can someone verify, is it 1.675 on the calculator? $1.025 raised to 40. In fact, those who have mobile phones worth more than 2,000 rupees should be able to calculate it. Now, I am not sure whether you have those mobile phones. Is there someone who has calculated it? Or everyone is just waiting, let him do the calculation, we'll sleep that time for that much duration.
So it is 2.685.
Then how come they have written 1.675? Oh, I think they would have taken this as 20 itself. What is 1.025 raised to 20? That is also 1.63861. So this is not 40, this is the value for, so this may be not small n, this may be capital N here. And this is raised to 20. This is also wrong. Wonder where they got this number from. Ideally, they should be giving you all these values. C equal to 25, 25,000 upon 0.675, or I'll say 675 into 1000. So this would be 25, 2s are 50, 25 7s are, thousands are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upon 27. What is the value that we get? It should be,
So it is biannually. So why have we not taken into 2?
they have given capital N. Followed?
Yes.
So it is N. Small n is 10 years, it means. Followed?
That means in the question they have given wrong.
No, they have denoted it by by different alphabet. So what we do is we denote this by capital N, but they denote it by small n.
Yes, sir.
Followed? Actually speaking, they should have period n equal to 20. If they give years, then it is that small n. Followed?
Yes, sir.
So this is what 37037 point something we got it just now. What is the answer?
So 0.037.
Sir,
Yes,
but 1.025 ratio 20 is 1.683, no?
yes,
68.
actually it is wrong, but they have given this value. Wonder they have where they have got this value from. They have got that value from. I'm not sure where they have got it from. In fact, the mobile, on the mobile, when I see 1.025 ratio 20, I see 1.638, and this is 1.675. I don't have the CAFC book right now. Otherwise, I would have confirmed it right now as to what should have been the value for this to be 1.675. We have a table behind the CAFC book by which we can find out for which value it is equal to this. Anyway, they would be giving you the value, so you need not bother about it. They should have given you 1.025 raised to 20 is this. Okay, so here now we start with the objectives. Rental payment for an apartment is an example of what? We had come across this example in the objective part. I had said rental payment, it continues forever. Some people, they buy the house and they give it on rent, and that rent gives them interest continuously. Maybe some people buy a plot of land and they give it on rent, lease, and they keep getting interest throughout. And when you get interest throughout, when every month you get payment for as long as you live, it is called as perpetuity. So first one, multiple choice question. The first one is perpetuity. Is it right, Smriti?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Second one, in an ordinary annuity, there are very few children who would answer. So kindly be alert. One or two, there are hardly 2, 3 children who would answer. Others are all very afraid of Corona. Your payments or receipt occur at, in an ordinary annuity, payments or receipt occur at. Ordinary annuity payments or receipt occur at end of each period. So it is ordinary annuity, so it is end of each period. B itself is the answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Then the amount which can be demanded under the policy, the amount which can be demanded under the policy is called claim. So it is D.
Sir, it's correct.
Yeah. Fourth one, a shop valued at 2 lakh. So what is that 2 lakh? It is uh, valued at 2 lakh is insured. So that is a property value. Property value is rupees 2 lakh. It is insured at 80% of its value. So policy value is 80% of this. And rate of premium is 4%. R is 4%. Then the premium is what? Now rate, this is rate of premium. Premium is what? Now here premium is always on the policy value. So it is 80% of this and 4%. So premium is 4% of 8 into 2, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is 6,400.
Sir, it's correct.
If the claim under the policy is 4,000 and ratio of property upon policy is equal to 5 upon 4. That means policy upon property is 4 upon 5. Claim is loss into policy value upon property value. So here claim is loss. That means it is a claim is what? It is 4,000. Loss is what? It is not mentioned. Policy value upon property value 4 by 5. This is 1,000. So loss is 5,000.
Sir, it's correct.
Sixth one, the period for fire insurance policy. Remember, if I insure my class for against fire, then it is valid only for 1 year, not valid a single day beyond that. Even car insurance is valid for 1 year. Life insurance, as long as you keep paying premium, it is valid. So here, health insurance is also valid only for 1 year. So the period for fire insurance policy is 1 year, right?
Yes, sir.
Premium is paid on what? Premium is paid on the policy value, and policy value is same as insured value. They should have given B as the answer.
So
What
B
are
is
the
the answer.
B is the answer, but insured value is also the same. Policy value and insured value are not different actually. Okay. I think they haven't mentioned, no, but they consider even policy value as insured value. Actually speaking, both are the same. But they have given B as the answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Both are the same. So policy value and insured value are the same. I wonder how they have given only one as the answer. It should have been D actually. But
Sir,
yeah,
in textbook solved example also they have taken insured value as policy value only.
yeah, it is policy value is same as insured value. So I wonder why they have given this answer as only policy value. When I say policy value, it is the amount to which I have insured it. So ideally it should have been D according to me. It shouldn't have been B. Policy value and insured value are the same. Actually, it should have been or, both B or C it should have been. But then too, we should have taken B and C both as the right answer. D is not correct because they have said both. No, then also it is correct. My God.
So
Yeah,
in
say.
textbook, I can find a sentence. It is premium is paid on insured value.
You found a sentence.
In textbook,
Which page
on
number?
page number 28. Page number 28.
Page number 28. So, page number 28. I don't have a textbook with me. I have one old textbook with me. There the page number won't match. In fact, in my old textbook, it is written the value of the property insured is called as policy value. So, value of the property premium, the amount paid to the insurance company to insure the property. Whatever it is, they are not right when they say it is only policy value. Policy value and insured value are the same. I wonder why they have given it this way. I'll have to check this. Anyway. Do you have any the fill in the blank objective question in your textbook which is the same type? Anyone? Can you figure it out? Anyway, in annuity calculations, the interest is usually taken as, in annuity calculations, the interest is usually taken as interest that gets compounded. So every year. So it is simple interest per
So,
annum. Yeah, see.
so it is there in that digest as well. They have given policy as the answer.
But what are the options that we have in the digest?
Property, policy, insured, both B and C. The same.
Acha, and they have given only policy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then go with this answer itself. Go with this answer. But actually speaking, insured value and property value are the same. Now, I don't know why they have taken only policy value. Both are the same. Policy value means insured value.
Sir,
Yeah.
but if we go with textbook, textbook is saying it is insured value.
In
On
the,
page number 20. On page number 28, it is insured value.
you mean to say in the fill in the blank, they have given insured value?
No, so there is a, and let's remember, there is a point, premium is paid on insured value.
My God. So, Smriti, I guess the answer given behind is B, right?
Yes, sir.
So for the time being, just keep this in mind that there is a controversy here. It should have been B and C both, but they have given B as the answer. I'll have to, actually speaking, both are the answer. There is no doubt about it. I don't even need to check it because policy value is same as the insured value. I don't know why they have given this. Anyway, let me take the next one. In annuity calculations, the interest is usually taken as, it is not simple interest, it is 1 plus I raised to n, so it is compounded interest. Interest compounded every year, every month, simple interest. It should be B. Eighth one is B.
Yes, sir.
Ninth one, if for an annuity immediate, R is 10% per annum. P is 12679.46. A is 18564. Amount of each annuity paid is what? Yeah, and remember one thing, I have put up all the video lectures on the server. You can share it with any of your friends. I have no problem in it because I have given the solution only of this particular part, the sheet which the board has given. I haven't put up the solution for the remaining questions as such. You can share it with anyone. So doesn't matter. Now this is amount of each, and I have put all the maths 1 topic, maths 2, I have put in 3 topics, 4 topics. I'll be putting in the remaining topics as I keep doing it. the present value, this would be the amount of each annuity paid as what? For an it would be A equal to C upon I into 1 plus I raised to N minus, it would be 1 upon P minus 1 upon A equal to I upon C, 1 upon 12,679.46 minus 1 up, but this calculation would be too bad. So I'll go with I is 10 upon 100 into C. My God. Cannot even think of multiplying this. Immediate annuity P is this, A is this. A equal to P into 1 plus I raised to N. How do they expect us to do such stupid calculations? Or we can take one of them and see, it would be A is 18564, C upon I is 10 upon 100. This is 1.1 raised to N, 1 minus 1, so this is 0.1. C would 18564, not possible. This is 10 and this is 0.1. This is also not possible. So here it is 1. So this is the only way. Upon this 12679.46. So there should be some shortcut. I am missing it out. 18564. Can someone do it on the calculator and tell me what is the numerator? Can someone divide this and tell me what would be the answer? The answer would be very weird, I guess. This would be C equal to this into this upon this figure.
The denominator very big answer is coming.
One sec, 12679.46 into 18564. I think they have lost their senses to give such problems. 18564 minus 12679.46. It is 3999.9. That means 4000. Is that the answer?
Yes, sir.
Then
Option
they
A.
have gone wrong. Yeah.
So we can do like that. We can take that 18,500. We can take that 12,500, and which is the closest we can take the option.
Didn't get you one second. But
So
this is
that 18,564 we can take as 18,500, and that 12675.46 we can take as 12,500. So then the multiplications
but
will be
but
easy.
these answers are all very close by. So you won't be able to guess it correctly.
We get 3854.
Yeah, that is what. So whether it is
And
3,500 or whether it is 4,000, we won't be able to understand that. So that is the problem. So this is 3,999,999. By heart this answer. I'll have to see, but I don't know any other method to calculate this. Add interest IS. Amount minus principal. This is 5884. How can we derive it? This is the answer is what, Smriti? It is
Option A, 4,000.
option A. So this answer is correct. So that means the method we have used is correct. But now I need to see whether we have any shortcut for this. But I doubt it. What is that shortcut which we can think of? Is there any multiple which we can take common and then divide 6, 20, 24, 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9, 7, 16, 9, 25, 4, 29 and 635. Doesn't go in 3 also. I'll look into it I'll look into this later. The 10th one, the present value of an immediate annuity is rupees 10,000. So P is rupees 10,000. It is paid each quarter. So quarterly. So that means 4 times. Compounded quarterly. Now R is 16% per annum. So I is 16 upon 4 into 100. So it would be 4%. Next, it is paid each quarter for 4 quarters. So total number of installments, that is 4. Remember, this is not years. It is total number of installments which we mark as capital N. They have this habit of writing it as small n. Now, immediate annuity. Since it is immediate annuity, therefore, what is P given by? Sorry, the present value has to be found when C is 10,000. So here P is C upon I into 1 plus. Now, if I use the other formula, if I write 1 minus 1 plus I raised to minus n, they should have given this value. C is what? 10,000. I is what? This 4 here, 100. 1 minus, this is 1.04 raised to minus 4. Now, what is 1.04 raised to minus 4? This would be 2,500 and 2 zeros. This would be 1 minus. What is 1.04 raised to minus 4?
0.8548.
8548. So, when I subtract it, 25 into 0.9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 5, 9 minus 4, 10 minus 8. So what is 25? 2,50,000 into, in fact, we can divide and multiply by 4. So I would get here, this is 2,50,000. When I multiply, I'll get 10 lakh upon 4 into 1452. So this would be 4 3s are 12, 2 5, 4 8s are 24, 1 2, 4s are what? I think you have made a mistake. 1.04 raised to minus 4 is not right. Oh, it is right.
So it will be 3, 7, right?
4 3s are 12, 2 5. So 4, oh, sorry, 4 3s are 12, 2 5, 4 6 are 24, 1 2. 4 3s are, this is 4 upon 100. C is 10,000. The present worth. I have made some calculation mistake here. What mistake have I made? 10,000 into, so I should have written 2,500 and 2 zeros. That is 2,50,000. Oh, sorry. I didn't shift 4 zeros here. So it should be 36. I should have shifted 4 zeros here. It would have been out of 10 lakh. If I shift 4 zeros here, then only I get 1452. So this goes off 36. Is it 36300?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, option B.
Yeah. So I made a mistake here. 36300. Yes. So remember,
So
they should
here
have
the
given
here is 1, no?
what?
Number of years will be 1, no, in this case.
Yes. When they don't mention, it would be 1. And moreover, they have said 4 installments. Followed? So 4 installments means 4 times, and that means when it is getting quarterly, when it is giving you quarterly interest, you are getting it for 1 year. Followed? So
Yes.
this should have been given to you. They should have given 0.4 is 0.8548. Next. Premium is the amount paid to the insurance company every month. Need not be. It can be paid every month, every quarter, every half year. But I guess there was some problem when I dealt with the objectives of this exercise. Actually, it is false. But just check the answer what is given.
So true.
Yeah, actually it is false. In fact, we had come across this question even in textbook. Now, premium need not be paid every month. It can be paid quarterly. I am paying some of my premiums quarterly. I am paying some of my premiums yearly. So, premium is not the amount which is to be paid to the insurance company every month. That is not right. But I think even in the textbook, they have given one objective question which says it is correct. Just check the objective question. It was a true or false question itself.
So
Can
in
someone?
textbook it's true. In the guide it's given true.
Yeah, that is what. Actually, it is wrong. It is not right because I am myself paying insurance premium quarterly. So it need not be paid every month. But there is a discrepancy here. Second one, an installment of money paid for insurance is called premium. True. What is given?
So true.
Wait, I'll write the answers. These sort of questions, they create a lot of problem. True. The second one, it is true. Now, third one, The value of insured property is called policy value. It is correct. The value of insured property is called insured value or the property value. So
Given
true.
false.
They have given
False.
false. My God. It is
Sir,
actually
it is property value. Sir, it is property value, no?
the value of the insured property.
Yes, sir. They are not actually insured value, the value of the property which is insured.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. I interpreted it wrong. Yes, they haven't asked the insured value of the property. They have asked you the value of the insured property. They have played with the statements. So it is true. Sorry, it should have been property value. Yes, you are right. Fourth one, you have to be very conscious, very careful about the statements. A sinking fund is a fund established by financial organization. True. What have they given?
True.
The relation between A and P is this. True. What have they given?
True.
Future value is the accumulated value. True. What have they given?
So true.
The annuity contingent begins and ends on certain fixed dates. Yes. What is annuity contingent? If I want to get my daughter married, then I'll start paying premiums till she attains a particular age, and at that particular age I should get that money back. Or else if I'm paying LIC policies till my child becomes a graduate, then also, so it begins and ends on a certain fixed date. Is it true?
No, sir. False.
It should begin and end on certain fixed dates itself, because it means when I'm paying premium till my child's graduation or my daughter's marriage. Yeah, but one way, that marriage or that graduation may not take place at the same date. The same date. I think this question was there even in the textbook. Just check.
The
Seventh one.
textbook is given false.
False. Okay, this is false. Again, a controversy here, because I believe if I'm saying I want to pay premium till my son attains a particular age or my daughter is ready to get married, then I'm paying it till certain date. So it is beginning on some particular date and I am finishing it on particular date. So it begins and ends on certain fixed dates. Should have been true actually. It is till the happening of an event actually. Payment. Now that event, happening of an event. False. Okay. Anyway, so these are questions which you need to ponder upon. Eighth one.
So,
Just say
so if they would have given payment till the happening of an event, we would have written true.
payment till what?
Till the happening of an event, as you have written.
That is what I'm saying. The definition is payment till the happening of an event. Now, suppose I am planning for my daughter's marriage at the age of 27 or 28. Now, I'll keep paying installments till she attains the age of 27. Now, even if she is getting married early or earlier, yeah, then it is a separate issue. But late, I would withdraw that money. Usually parents do this. What they do is, if children want to study abroad, then they plan for those studies. They have to accumulate around 50 lakh rupees or 35 lakh rupees. So they start accumulating right since the child attains the age of 3 until some particular age. We know that the child is going to graduate in the year say 2035. So we'll take it for 15 years so that by the end of 15 years, we should get that money. That is the concept behind it. Now, I am not sure why they have said annuity contingent begins and ends on certain fixed date is false. It is not certain fixed dates, but till the event happens. And I believe it should be true. Followed? Just check the statement in the textbook as such. An annuity where payments continue forever is called as perpetuity. True. Payment forever. What is the answer given behind?
The true.
Yeah. So there are two confusing arguments. One is 1 and the second, and the next one is the 7th one. So these are two answers which you need to keep in mind, that do not be fooled by the answer. Whatever they have given, you go with it. When you take out your paper for correction, you can always say that it was mentioned in the sheet that it is true or false, and therefore your answer is correct. So here, in or else they should come up with a circular saying that this answer is wrong. In an ordinary annuity, payments or receipt, ordinary annuity, it occurs at the end of each period. What have they given?
It's the same.
End of each period, ordinary annuity. Then second one, the my God, even the third one is the same now. See, the third one is same as what we did earlier. I did this in the in some particular problem. Yeah. Question number 3 is same as question number 1, the 9th part. Is it 4,000 even there?
Yes, sir.
There should be some simple method for it. I'll just have a look at it once again. Now, the present value of an immediate annuity for 4 years, present value is 23,400. Did we do this sum anywhere? Just check. Present value is 23,400. Rate is 10% per annum. N is 4 years. Now, your compounded annually is, its accumulated value is what after 4 years? Now, compounded annually, so A would be P into 1 plus I raised to N. So it would be 23,400 into 1.1 raised to 4. And this is 23,400 into 1. We had been given this value 1.4641. Someone please calculate it. 23,400 into 1.4641. Is it 34,259.94?
Yes, sir.
An annuity in which payment is made at the end of each period is called as annuity immediate. True?
Yes, sir.
It is annuity immediate. Fifth one. Payment of an annuity falls at the beginning of every period. It is called as due. Annuity due. Right?
It's correct.
The intervening time between payment of 2 successive installments is called as payment period. Your period of payment.
Payment period.
Payment period. Next, 7th one. Dash insurance is not covered by general insurance. Dash insurance is not covered by general insurance. Life insurance is not covered. What have they given?
Life insurance.
And health insurance is also not covered. Now with this, I put an end to the topic called insurance and annuity. There are 2 objective questions where you may find it difficult to comprehend, but then go with it. 1 and 7, the answer which they have given. I'm taking up the next topic called index numbers. Or I'll go with assignment and sequencing.